Good evening, I'm Cynthia Arsenault. For the last few weeks, we've been bringing you election previews of the various races in Southwest Louisiana. And tonight we conclude our election previews with the 3rd Congressional District race. U.S. Representative Clay Higgins faces 3 opponents in his bid for a 3rd term. KPLC's Morgan Babineau spoke with the candidates.
This time around, there are 4 candidates. Incumbent GOP Representative Clay Higgins, Republican Zan John, Democratic candidate Priscilla Gonzalez, and Democrat Sadie Summerlin. Higgins, who has been endorsed by Republican leaders like former President Donald Trump and current Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry, was first elected in 2016.
I'm a constitutionalist. I'm not a big government guy. I think pretty much the less laws we have coming out of D.C., the better off America is.
His Republican opponent, Zan John, declined to interview but provided us with several of his stances. He plans to fight against any anti-gun legislation and hopes to crack down on cyber censorship. John believes vaccines should not be mandated and should be subject to more research. He is also opposed to almost all abortions except in cases of rape or incest, or to save a mother's life. Priscilla Gonzalez is a former Texas resident who ran for mayor in Corpus Christi back in 2020. She now calls Lafayette home and believes the 3rd Congressional District is overdue for a change.
So he puts out these beautiful press releases, which the public doesn't have time to dive into, and I do. I've worked on legislation. I helped push forward the PACT Act which he voted against. The PACT Act is a piece of legislation which actually helps our veterans who are dying from lung cancer because they were exposed to toxic burn pits.
Fellow Democrat Sadie Summerlin is also originally from Texas, but has lived in Southwest Louisiana for over a decade now.
Because the reason that I'm running is to make this world a better place for all of us. There is no going back on that. There is no concession to that. That is the goal, and I will work.
Summerlin says the public education system would be one of her biggest priorities if elected.
I'd really like to focus on reassuring, ensuring of our future by making sure that our young ones are getting a quality education no matter where they live.
Congressman Higgins says he will continue to fight for the passage of the Social Security Fairness Act, or H.R. 82. Higgins said in a statement, quote, "Louisiana's public servants and many Americans across the country have been unfairly penalized by the provisions of the GPO and WEP. This injustice must be corrected." Summerlin spoke about the 2020 hurricanes and said if elected, she will ensure this district has more detailed hurricane plans.
As far as ensuring that we have transportation that people can use to get out of here. We have a place for them to go that isn't going to cost them hundreds of dollars every single night that they're gone. And we need to make sure that we have places where people can bring their dogs and their cats with them.
Gonzalez introduced a different idea she plans to present if elected.
I will slash my salary, cap it at 40%, $40,000. I don't need a $100,000 salary to actually work for the people. And whatever is left from my salary, I'm going to give it up for a vote to the public or to which parish needs it the most.
One thing each of the candidates agree on is the importance of letting your voice be heard, no matter your stance. Morgan Babineau, 7 News.
To read more about this race and others, go to KPLCTV.com and click on the Elections tab.